Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to Friday. TGIF. Welcome to the weekend. It's been a long week. Now, this wasn't quite the way I'd hoped to do my reading. I was hoping to be live. Unfortunately, I think I may have pushed myself just a little bit too much yesterday, and I'm paying for it now. So with the swelling and discomfort, I thought I would do something that was going to fuel me and help redirect my mind, and that is reading. I love reading my cards. I love playing with my cards, and it really does help to focus my energy and my attention onto something that is more high vibrational, and it helps me out. So really this is a win-win situation. So let's look at this reading. Today I want to explore this transition into June. We're looking at a reading for May 28th to June 3rd. We're stepping into that 6th month of the year. In a couple of weeks we're going to have summer solstice. So we do have a lot to look forward to. June offers us many amazing opportunities. Not to mention, Saturday we are going to have the full strawberry moon. Pretty excited to see what the full strawberry moon is going to kind of do with the energies that are already in play right now. Now, don't worry guys, I got you covered with the full strawberry moon. I'm interested to see what it's going to bring, and Thursday I'm going to be doing a reading solely on the full strawberry moon to see how it's going to impact us and what we can expect. That said, it will impact this reading because it does pertain to the latter part of this week. So know that we are going to have some very interesting energies come in at the very end. And of course we have that transition into this new month as the full moon starts to rise high in that sky. So let's get into this reading. The decks I've chosen, this is a fantastic deck. This is the Shadowscape Tarot, and I matched it with the Sacred Earth Oracle because we need that stability still. Many of us are still feeling really unstable and unsure. That grounded, really earthy energy helps out. So let's get into this. What can my friends expect from the week of May 28th through to June 3rd? It's a busy week. Yeah, thank God, Mama. Okay. The Two of Pentacles. Such a fantastic card. That balance, that structure, that stability. Like I said, when I grabbed the Earth Oracle because I felt that we needed that stability a bit more. The Sun in reversal. 19th card in the Major Arcana. That's what it looks like upright. Such a gorgeous card. So know that there are a few cards in the deck that have minimal amounts of meaning. So the Sun being one, where it's joy, love, and happiness. And then of course we have something like the Three of Swords. It has very few meanings other than that heartache and pain. There's not many cards in the deck that have that, but there are a few. Now know that the Sun, even if it's in reversal, it still has that joy, that happiness. But think of it as the sun on a cloudy day. You can feel that warmth. It's just not as intense. It's not as, encompassing. You do have those darker patches in your day. Ooh, I just said this card. And it was interesting. It was the Two of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Three of Swords. They were kind of together, and they were really clustered funny. So the Three of Swords, that heartache and pain. And this week, we're going to be looking at that. The heartache and pain is really what's bringing in that Sun in reverse. We're not being able to embrace that warmth, that joy, that happiness, because we're so bogged down. And I think that's why we have the Two of Pentacles right there. We need that balance now more than ever. The Emperor in reversal. Fourth card in the Major Arcana. And of course, we're looking at that stability, those routines, that structure. We're feeling really off. This is this heaviness, this pain, this frustration. It's really impacting our everyday, and we're not able to get as much done, especially the stuff that we want to get done. It's just like we're getting just enough done to get through our day, and then that's it. And that's not enough. That's why the Sun's in reversal. As too is the Eight of Pentacles. That's its upright position. The Eight of Pentacles, of course, is that attention to detail. We're not able to pay attention to, well, hardly anything, because we are so focused in on that frustration, that pain, that heartache. And speaking from somebody who has been dealing with a lot of pain, that redirection and really taking hold and charge of, well, what we're focusing in on does work. I am able to minimize some of the other aspects when I'm able to do something that I enjoy and love. So, and I think that goes into that balance. It goes into that Sun reversal. We need to be very mindful of where our energies are going. And even if we're feeling really deflated and just done, taking that deep breath and giving yourself a few minutes. Doesn't have to be a long period of time, but a little bit of time to enjoy, to laugh, to really do something that is fulfilling, just not switching off at the end of the day. So it does bring in the Emperor and the Eight of Pentacles, because we are looking at possibly even, yes, structuring it in, penciling yourself in. You know what? Take a 15-minute break at lunch. Go for a walk. Get some fresh air. Feel the sun on your face. And as you're walking, you can be more present, more aware of self. Goes into that Two of Pentacles, that balance. We need it. The Three of Swords is toppling us. It's going to be important to start to really be mindful of where those energies are going, what we're doing, and more importantly, what are we doing for ourselves to make ourselves feel stronger and better. It's pretty evident that the full strawberry moon is going to be calling us on some of this stuff. It's an opportunity to help shift us out of this funk and start to turn some of these really important cards into upright positions. To have the sun in the full force upright position would bring in joy and happiness into our day. The Emperor brings in stability, brings in structure and routine, making us feel confident, making us feel secure. The Eight of Pentacles talks about that dedication, that passion, that attention to detail, not only in our work, like in our workforce, but in our play, in our creativity, in our every way. So this week does look at starting to shift where our attention is going. And it's not, again, we don't want to totally derail ourselves, It is a balance. And know that a little bit of time, especially focusing in on that passion base and that sun, that light and love, would really help to minimize and start to release some of that heartache and pain. Something that just came into my mind, I do have a meditation here on my channel here with Archangel Metatron, where that's what we do. It's a 30-minute meditation where we're looking at releasing the pain and heartache without reliving it or rehashing it. It's a meditation to help release that and heal you. So it's a fantastic support and tool that you can incorporate in your week wherever you need, so that you do have that balance, you do have that calm. Now, for my friends who are new here, welcome. I give you guys the guidance plus tools to support you in really being able to embrace what we want and get that work done. So know that all my meditations, all my healings are guided. So it's not something that you're just sitting in a room going, I wouldn't be able to do that either. Don't worry. It's a lot to ask. So they are usable tools for you. All right, let's look at what else will support you to really reverse some of these cards that need to be in the upright position. Space. Oh my gosh, yes. So yes, this talks about making space and time for you, but also making space within ourselves, releasing some of this gunk so that we do have more of an opportunity, more energy. If you think of it as having a cup within yourself, you can only fill it so full before it overflows, and then you start to just feel that burnout. We need that space within ourselves so that we do have the opportunity to fill it with stuff that is going to support us. So, like I said, some of those meditations I have on my playlists where we're looking at getting ourselves unstuck, rebalancing self, and releasing stuff, super helpful. We do need to be mindful that we're not re-traumatizing ourselves, we're not harming ourselves or bringing in more mental health stuff that isn't going to serve us. So making sure that we don't get to that point. And should we start to dip into that, should we start to swing in a downward momentum that is not healthy for you, please, please, please ask for the help that you need, because it is not going to serve you in any way if you start to have that downward spiral, especially when it comes to depression and anxiety. They're normal feelings. Sometimes they can tidal wave us. So making sure that we are being aware of self. We have that Two of Pentacles. We need to make sure we have that balance, that awareness. We can't be balanced if we're not aware of how we're feeling and what's happening for us on the inside. Revision. Not so much that we're going to rewrite ourselves. I think that what we're going to do is look at really revitalizing ourselves. And I think that's the difference. We need to make sure that we are feeling stronger, more able to do some of the stuff that we want to do. It's been a really, really hard couple of months, even years. We need to start to fill ourselves so we don't feel so deflated. We don't feel so just like a pincushion. So that's the difference. That's the revision that we're looking at. But it really is more about a revitalization. Now, just as a heads up, FYI, Tuesday I will be posting a healing with the angels. It is done and finished. I love it. It's amazing. It is actually a re-energizing, refueling meditation, or I guess healing meditation, that we're using that angelic energy to really fill us. And that's going to help with some of that deflation and some of this instability that we're seeing. Clarity. Yeah, big time. So, like I said, without that understanding of where we're at, how we're feeling, we're not able to make the shifts that we need, that we want. We're not able to use the tools or access the tools that we need. So having a clearer understanding of where we're at, how we're breathing, how we're feeling will really, well, it'll be a game changer. We will start to see these cards turn from a reversal to an upright, where we're taking control of self. We are having that balance. And that balance is key. It's key to helping you overcome that 3. That 3 of Swords is going to be kind of the Achilles heel this week. What further insight, wisdom, and guidance can we share with my friends so that they're able to overcome the challenges of this week and embrace the sun in all its glory? Such a beautiful card. The 7 of Pentacles. It's that work card. This is the card where usually you see a man who's leaning on a gardening tool, and he has this beautiful, pristine bush of pentacles gleaming in the sunshine. If you take a look past the man and his bush into the background, you see it's a barren wasteland. He has worked his hiney off for that beautiful little oasis he has. Now, we're not going to have to work our heinies off, but we do have some work ahead of us. And it's going to be important that we do that work. No one else can do it for us. Now, I did say, ask for the help that you need. It's different if we're going to get some support to lift us up so we can do that work. It's another story for having someone do the work for us. When we're looking at pain and we're looking at heartache, that sad can be really debilitating. So ask for the help that we need to stand us back up and get us going again. The Hanged Man. 12th card in the Major Arcana. He's the let it go guy. It's time that we stop trying to micromanage the universe and have a dictation on what we think the outcome should be. And that's part of why we have so many reversals, is that we have an expectation as to how things have to look. And maybe that's where the revision comes in, is that it's not so much of us having that final say, or it has to be our way. Rather, taking that deep breath and allowing some of this stuff to naturally flow. The Hanged Man usually has his legs in kind of a fun, figure 4, I guess. Like his one straight leg and then one crossed over. He is at a crossroads. You're at a crossroads. You have many options here. It's up to you to determine your best course of action. Know that not everything is written in stone. We have that ability to make shifts and changes, but we don't have to be in the driver's seat. Allow the universe, that sun, to help direct us so we have a better, clearer direction than what we currently have. So this week, is giving you a lot of amazing opportunity to make some shifts and changes. It's, like I said, going to be important that you are an active participant. We don't want to be dictating, but we do want to be involved. We want to get the work done. And some of that work is really just going to be being aware and present of how you're feeling. Starting to dump and release some of that gunk, some of that pain that is truly holding us back. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that this reading supported you in understanding what you can expect from some of the opportunities that are going to be available for you next week. Take it slow, take it steady, and please remember to breathe. It helps us to stay in control of ourselves. It's the one thing we do need to stay in control of, and be open to some of those opportunities, because we're using our frontal cortex. We're thinking things through rather than just reacting, because that emotion isn't going to be very helpful. We don't want it to be driving us. We want it to fuel us, like the sun. Now, if you did like this reading and you found it useful, please remember to give it a thumbs up, as it helps people find me on the sea of YouTube. More importantly for you, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little red bell so you don't miss anything. I have so much more guidance, support, and tools coming your way. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you're looking for some added layer of support, I do have a Ko-fi and Patreon page. I've provided links below so you can go check them out. Again, I want to thank you so very much for joining me today, and I wish you a week full of sunshine and light. Until tomorrow, my friends.